Excuse me. All right, welcome back to Big Board. Having a look again at Luzon, operational combat system or series from Multi-Man Publishing. It's a little one mapper, introductory, scale, level, OCS title. And it's my second playthrough and still interesting enough to keep your attention. There's a tension here between the Japanese cadence of play and the U.S. allied Filipino play style. It's an interesting little dichotomy. The Japanese are tasked with moving very aggressively down one of two axes here, and then splitting, which I've showed you in prior videos, splitting up and getting something into Manila and getting something down into this red white dot line down in here to keep to secure a victory, right? Now, in order to do that, one of the things I mentioned in my prior play, I think I mentioned just before, this is my second playthrough. My prior play, I was allowing the Allies to eat off the map, which meant that surrounded units could really last for forever, and there was no way that you were going to isolate them to the extent that they had to start making attrition rolls. Well, Rule 1.9, you can't do that. You cannot feed off the map, and neither side can. And so a zero-rated unit is always going to lose a step on the attrition table. So that means if these guys are indeed isolated, they are automatically eliminated, and that then clears these roads, right? So you think, okay, well, come on, Kevin, that shouldn't be too hard to do. You just isolate these little pockets and then have some forces in reserve and race through. Well, the problem is you don't really have enough units, nor are they really strong enough to just, sally forth down the road down here, for instance, and just go take on even a stack of, let me just show you here, this little stack here. The HQ is going to defend at 1, it's in move mode, but it'd be 2 if it was flipped onto its combat side, as opposed to the standard 5 in the standard system. And then you would have 2 and 2, so we'd be having a strength of 5 here in the jungle, or hills, I should say, which would make it in close terrain, and it's going to just mean everyone. There's no multipliers for it, but still, that's 5 factors. That means if I race through with just 1 unit, I'm going to come down on these guys at 1-to-1, and sure, I'm going to get maybe a +3 on my die roll for, for the surprise roll. Still pretty high risk, extremely high risk in OCS terms anyway, to make the attack. And I have not been able to crack. Here we are at the end of turn 4, where the US indeed picked up initiative in turn 4, but passed on that initiative because they did not want to move. They didn't want to. They had guys in who were surrounded, so they wanted to make the Japanese either wait another turn or attack, which was, I think smart for them to do that. Anyway, nevertheless, so the Japanese got a did not get a back-to-back turn, but they certainly got to move first. They've executed their turn. The Allies have moved. They're happy to sit here and just chew up time on the. I think I can actually. Well, nevertheless, these guys will all probably attrit out, right? But nevertheless, it's the last turn. We're coming up on the last turn. There's no way for the Japanese to get all the way down to Manila, nor into or past Mount Natib here. So we're either making them. We'll let these guys attrit. It's not going to make any difference. We can still try and block the supply line here for the Japanese to make life difficult. So they're probably going to have to push this guy out of the way as well. slowing them down even further. So for a very small game, my point about all this, for a very small game, for a small footprint, low counter density, lots of choices going on and lots of replay value. Once I realized I made the mistake, I'd actually packed it up and put it away. I pulled it back out, set it up again, played through, got very different results, got much further down the line this time. Still not as much progress down here. I've just been super conservative down in the south. I don't know why, but I just have. I'm very aggressive as an OCS player. And I end up making stupid mistakes. So I guess I've just been, I've been beaten so many times or beat myself up so many times for rushing things that here I am now not able to adapt to the short number of turns. So another Allied victory. We will probably set this up again at some point in the near future. Probably going to let it go away for now. I've got a little bit of a hankering for something new. And I also have a monster game that I'm trying to get set up here. I'm trying to work out if I really want to do it or not. And so we'll get after it there as well. All right, all the best. Thought I'd share this with you. I may do a review of this or, impressions video on this at some point, but all of you know I like OCS, and I think this is a noble effort and probably well advised if you're new or looking to get into OCS. This is a great place to start. Hopefully they have made enough copies so that all you newbies can jump on the bandwagon. All right, all the best. Ciao.